Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to build number 52. We are going to be working with some heavy weights today. So we're building muscle in the upper body, really building strength and force. So I have a set of 25-pound dumbbells and a set of 30-pound dumbbells. And you just grab whatever you have that's heavy. If my pacing, because I'll be pacing quite a lot slower because I'm going heavy, we'll be working toward our goal is 8 reps, but some stuff may be closer to 6 for me. But if you have a lighter set of weights, don't have access to something heavier that's going to take a little bit more time, then you just pace yourself with the amount of time it takes me to get everything done. All right, let's start on our backs. And we are going to get us going with some spinal rotation. So I want you to put your arms nice and wide, your palms on the ground, and your feet will be just about hip width. And I just want you to take your knees to the left and then to the right. To the left and to the right. Get some breath going. So many things that are important and help to connect, give us a really great session, even in just 30 minutes. Breath is one of them. So try to get that going. Make sure you can fill your lung capacity and through the belly using diaphragmatic breathing. All right. Stay in the middle. We're going to lift our head and shoulders, connect into the core. So I want you to push your low back into the ground, grip tight across the front of the belly, and then tuck your left knee into your chest and then switch. Let's get that breath going again. Give yourself a nice tug and a nice extension. When you extend that leg, see how much flexion you can grab through the calf, your muscles around your tibia. So that'd be kind of the side of your shin, muscles in your quad, hamstrings, and then of course that core. Keep it going. Flex into that belly. All right, and then just pull both knees in for me. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. And then let's have our knees rotate around in a little circle. One direction and then to the other. All right, we're going to go through a little bit more twisting. So far we've gotten some twists through our legs moving side to side and our upper body staying still. Now we're going to keep the legs still. You can either hold your legs in a tabletop position, or if you have the flexibility in your hamstrings, put them all the way up. Rest your head in your hands, rotate your right elbow out to or toward the left knee, back to center, rotate to the right. Again, work with that breath. So as you crunch up, exhale as you lower down, inhale. Going for some twists here, also going for core activation, just getting everything warmed up and heated up. When you go heavy, definitely want to be a little bit more prepared. Get the body under load. Keep that going, just twist nice and high. See if as you continue along, you can get a little more range. You may find that one side you can get a little higher than the other as well. Could be flexibility, could be core strength. Okay, last time. Okay, we are going to flip over and hit up a down dog shift. Okay, so we're going to do 8 each side. 8's our number today. Other than our touchdowns, those are going to be 5. But I want you to start with your down dog. Hands spread nice and wide, grab in through that core. So you have a few different options. What I'm going to work on is shifting from my arm. All right, so if my feet are set up, my core is strong, I'm going to reach my right arm toward my left ankle, and then I'm going to come forward and plant into a plank with my arm facing forward. If that's too much, you reach back and come forward into a plank. If that's too much, you just hinge forward and back from your down dog to plank. If that's too much, then shift from your knees to over your wrists. So all of them are amazing options. Nothing's any worse or better. So just do what's safe for your body. All right, grab through that core. Let's work with our breath. Inhale back, exhale forward. These don't need to be rushed. I really want us to set into strength, muscle contraction. Nice, good core flex. Here's 5. 6. This is great range of motion for that shoulder blade. It's pushing you forward and back. All right, I think that's 8. We'll switch. Left hand toward your right ankle. Hinge forward. 5. See if you can get that shoulder all the way up over your wrist. 7. And 8. Awesome. All right, let's walk those hands back to your feet. We're going to do 5 touchdowns. But again, take your time here with these. So it's basically a curtsy lunge, but you do a little shuffle. I'm not going super fast. I really want range of motion from my legs. Still getting that shuffle though. Fast is good sometimes, but that's not what we're here for today. Should still get the heart rate up a bit though. Feel the body under load. 5 and 5. All right. We're going to go into our first heavy set. If you want to start a little bit lighter and then slowly add in, then go for it. I am hoping for quite a few rounds today, but we'll see what we have time for. We don't have that many exercises. All right, so I'm going to start with my 30s here. We're just going to do a dead row. Elbows squeeze in, row the weights up to your hips. I see a lot of times the elbows come up high and the hands come up high toward the high ribs. We want to pull back. We want to engage the core. All right, this is a lot of load in a hinge, so really make sure your belly is held strong. 8 is our goal. 2. But if you could go more and you have the time for it, go for it. These are feeling good. I'm going to hit 10, 9, and 10. Okay, now we're going to hit those 5 touchdowns. Focused, controlled, extend, tap. See how low you can get your hips. Line that knee and toe. 5, 5. All right, we're going to go into a skull crusher. So you'll be on your back on your mat. Put your hips up in a glute bridge. All right. Tighten in through your back and core. Squeeze your elbows toward one another. Bring your weight right to your hairline and then press back up. 2. Stay relaxed through your neck. 3. Keep that breath work going nice and deep and even. 7. Squeeze those elbows in. 8. I'm going to hit my 10 again. Apparently I've gotten stronger. That's exciting. 10. So you really just want to watch and make sure form stays solid. All right, we're going to hit up those touchdowns. Just giving our arms a little break. Traditionally, when you go heavy, you're supposed to give yourself 1 to 2 minutes break between your sets. However, for our time restraints and for our purposes and what we're going for, we're just going to use these touchdowns as an active recovery. All right, we're going to do an overhead press. This one, I'm going to go to my 25s for. We'll see how it goes. If you don't go overhead, I'm going to have you come back down and do a suitcase row. Elbows come up, squeeze together. All right. If shoulders or moves are ever an issue, just work into a back set. 2. Make sure that core is strong. 6. Next stays out of it. 8. That was definitely an 8. All right, back to those touchdowns. Go for range. Go for flexing those legs. Go for core. 4. 5. All right, we only have one more for the round, and then we're back to our down dog shifts. So we're going to do a chest press. All right, back to the ground. If you would like, you can put your hips up into a glute bridge. Core nice and strong. Get your wrists strong, elbows open wide, and then press up right over that chest. 2, lock into that core. 4. Make sure your back is still supporting. 6, as opposed to the shoulders rounding forward. 9 and 10. Why not? I think we can hit a 10 on that one. All right, back to our touchdowns, and then we're going to hit up our, I'm going to kick that over, and we'll hit up those down dog shifts. All right, here we go. Sink in. Okay, the body's warmed up. Now you know it's coming. That core is there supporting for everything. There's 5. Okay, back into your down dog. Slide that hand back. Shift forward. 2. Feel the core grabbing yourself, pulling back. 4. See how level you can keep your hips. And 8. Other side. 1. Got to get that core and glutes, those hips flexed to hold that pelvis into place. 5. 7. And 8. All right, walk those hands back. We're going to hit our touchdowns, and then we're in our dead rows. Here we go. 2. Check in with that core. Feel your strength today. That muscle build, all that we've been working on these past several weeks. I think we've all gotten stronger. Should have. So dig in deep to that. Find your push. Hinge forward. Belly locks. Feel the back do the work. You're in control. 6. Keep those shoulder heads rolled back and down. And 12. I know I'm shifting my number around on you. That's kind of the point of today. Find that number. Still keep solid form, but you feel it. If your weights are a little lighter, maybe you're getting 15, 18, 20 reps. In my 8 or to my 8. All right. Now we're going to hit up our skull crushers. On the ground. Hips go up. Shimmy those shoulder blades down. Elbows squeeze in tight. There's a point sometimes that we get to as we're building strength, building muscle. It's difficult to maneuver a heavier dumbbell. So you could always be holding 2 smaller dumbbells here. 20 each arm to add up to 40, or a bar. But you got to keep those elbows right over the shoulders. Core strong, wrist strong, and your neck out of it. Last one. All right, back to our touchdowns. Check in with that core. Four and 5. All right, doing that overhead press. This one's definitely the challenge for me today. Elbows are wide. 4. You got to keep that core locked on. 6. All right. 6 is my number. That's a solid 6 now. Here we go. 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Back to our chest press. Use support with that back and core. Envision that you're raising the roof. If you want to keep your hips on the ground, that's fine. Keep the belly locked in. Make sure it's not arching up off the ground. Dig under that weight. Flex through that core. I'm going to shoot for my 2 more. Get to 10. Don't forget to stay locked in both sides of the move. All right. Here we go. Touchdowns. Woo, I love it. Getting nice. Should be able to get plenty of rounds. 4 and 5. All right, stand at the back of your mat. Hinge over those legs. Walk your hands forward. And we're going to go back into our down dog shifts or your alternate. Even a bird dog at this point is amazing. 3. Think about what you're using to get where you're going. 4. Lock into that arm, that core, your back. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Push back super far. 6. 7. I'm trying to get my shoulder way up over the palm of my hand. And 8. Walk those hands back. Bring on those touchdowns. 3, getting a nice hop side to side, and 5. Okie doke. Back to our dead rows. Let's stand all the way up, roll those shoulders back, hinge it forward, lock that core. What your legs are doing is super important also. Need that foundation. 11, 12. All right. Ooh. Touchdowns. Keep that back nice and long. And 5. Okay. Getting those skull crushers next. All right, if you'd like, lift those hips, get a nice solid grip around that bell, building your hand strength, your forearm strength is also really good. It's crazy how many things now they can link to overall longevity, quality of life, meaning health and vitality for longer. And as crazy as it is, grip strength is one of those things. 3, squeeze those elbows in, 2, and 1. Now don't beat yourself up if you don't have good grip strength, but just recognize every little thing goes into play. I know a lot of us start working out, we want to lose weight, feel better in our jeans, whatever. And I will admit it's a great byproduct. But building the strength, muscular strength, bone strength and density, cardiovascular health, all those things are also amazing, amazing benefits. And I guarantee that your weight will follow as you continue with those really solid routines. Okay? Overhead. Let's see how many I have this time. All right, here we go. Keep solid in your back. Solid in that core. 6. Little push press at the end. Makes it good. Perfect. Come on. Should be so impressed with yourself where you're getting heavier weight. We have pretty quick transitions for the weight today. I think you should be very proud of yourself. Okay, down into that chest press. Whether you would like your hips up or not, totally up to you. Lock through that abdomen, lock through those glutes, get into the back, then press with that chest. Work with your breath. Exhale on your effort. 9, 10. As long as I can keep that press through my chest and it's not moving into my shoulders and neck, then I'm happy. That's where I want to be. All right. Bring on our touchdowns. Five. Okay. Down dog planks. Walk those hands out Here we go. Shift back. Drive those heels to the ground. You get a lot of benefit here through these. 4, 5. Big, wide, spread open hands. And 8. Switch it up. All of our weeks spent building core, we're utilizing that today. There's no way you can healthily, safely lift as much weight if you don't have solid core foundation. So great work. 7 and 8. Keep in mind your motivation. All right, what's pushing you? Just that little extra edge today. Is it weight? And look how you're going to feel for your next vacation. That's fine if that's your motivation. I'm very competitive. I want to be able to prove to whomever that I'm just as strong as whomever. So find whatever motivation works for you. It's not a bad thing. It's what pushes you and inspires you. All right, dead rows. Make sure you're not overarching your low back. Stick your hips out and back, but then take a gentle, teeny weeny little tug of your tailbone so your back stays neutral. 2 and 1. I'm loving these. Nice little shake off. Helps keep my low back happy. That little twist. Re-engage the core. And 5. All right. Skull crushers. Elbows squeeze in tight. Nine and 10. All right, touchdowns. This is our final round. We're going through. Stay healthy. Stay in a safe pace. Let's get her done. Well, push for that finish line. And 5. Whew, okay, overhead press. Four, 5. That's my number. Touchdowns, chest press, and then we're going to stretch. And 5. All right. Here we go. Elbows open wide. Check in with those shoulders. Make sure they're in position. Rolling back as opposed to forward. 7, 8. Come on, raise the roof. Push something up off of you. Get that motivation. All right, we did it. Get those touchdowns. 2, lengthen that back. 3, sink as low as you can. And 5. Woohoo! All right. Lean over your legs at the back of your mat. Plant your hands if you can, or you can grab your elbows if touching the floor with straight legs doesn't work for you. Nice work. Grab outside your right calf, twist over that leg, then grab outside your left calf, twist over that leg. Let's walk ourselves forward into that down dog again. Lift your right leg up and back, and then slide it forward outside your right hand. Sink into that lunge, and then rotate your right arm to the right. So twist through the back, lift up through that chest, let your arm fall back, that stretch across your chest. Now take your arm, tuck it behind your right hip, open a little more. All right, hinge back, quick hamstring stretch, and then we're going to cross that leg over for our pigeon. Routines. I am super into thinking about routines right now, working with a lot of my 12-week behavior change clients. We're really focused on what routines and habits you set into place, the things that are consistent every day. So if you have a job, or if you have kids, or if you have any sort of responsibilities, chances are you have routines that you aren't even aware of. The steps that you take to get ready for work, the steps that you take to get your kids to bed, or to plan and make a dinner. Okay, second side, bring that left leg forward, drop onto the back knee, and then rotate left arm up. So if there's things in your life, tuck your hand behind, that you would like to do better at, that you want to change, maybe you want to add more walking into your lifestyle, or maybe you want to cut snacking out of your habits. If you can create a new routine around that time frame, around when you could go for a walk, then chances are, if you can kind of build that routine, visualize the steps it's going to take to get there, and then set it into place, very soon it will become just a habitual thing that you do. Cross that foot over. I think a lot of times, a lot of us think that taking care of ourselves and adding these healthy habits and lifestyles in is selfish, and we have to wait until life settles down or things aren't as crazy. But things are always going to be crazy. I'm sorry. There's always going to be surprises. Things are always going to come up. There's always going to be something to remodel, or a car that you have to take in, or a kid that you have to schedule doctor's appointments for. So maybe you don't have as much time, but still take time for yourself. You're going to be better off for whatever it is that you have to give that time and attention to. Hinge over those legs one more time. Bring your arms all the way up. So set up routines, set up habits, set up behaviors that help get you where you want to be, and it'll be a good process.